Good afternoon. This is the video newsletter for Buy Sell Short for Thursday, May 12th. Another update today. Didn't look like that was going to be the case this morning and yesterday. I mean, we sort of had a mini flash crash yesterday. We had commodities just plunge. Oil prices down big. We had gasoline futures down 8% on the day. Funny thing is, pump prices were up 2 cents. So, gasoline futures go up, prices go up, gasoline futures go down, gas prices go up. It's just how crooked that market is. Anyways, we had some interesting action today. I did mention in the chat room the popper scan got down to 5 plays, and as a rule of thumb, whenever the popper scan gets to be 10 plays and under, that has always been a buy signal for the market. But I ignored my own indicators, my own tools. I sort of didn't want to say that the bottom was in when that happened, just because usually when I see the pop scan go down to an under 10 position, usually the market is down a hell of a lot more than it has been over the last couple of days. But hey, after I mentioned that, market ended up turning around and the Dow ended up running 100 points from the low. So that'll teach me to ignore my own market indicators. But a very nice turn in the market. And again, we're seeing a lot of speculation in the market, and I need to slap myself upside the head for being, so cautious and not playing. We are seeing some crazy moves in a lot of stocks. Case in point, OXGN and DSCO over the last couple of days, or look what VRML did today. When you're still seeing stocks run big like that, it means the speculative money is in there, and we probably still have more upside in the market. If the speculative money is out there, we might be seeing, near-term retraces, but with the Fed money, the Fed is going to be pumping in $6 to $8 billion every single market day until June 9th. So we've got a lot of money there. And, they're going to want to try and make a run at 13K, it looks like. Anyways, looking at the 15-minute chart, you can see resistance is 12,750 right now. Daily chart, we touched that uptrend line, and we touched the 20-day exponential, and we have bounced off it. Now, the key chart actually, because we play small caps, would be the Russell 2K chart. Mentioned in the chat room today, we got all the way back down to that 50-day moving average. And the last 2 times we've seen the Russell get back down to the 50-day moving average, we've seen at least a 3 to 5 to, if you look what happened back in early March, 3-week rally on small caps. So looking really, really nice here. We shook out a lot of traders. We trapped a lot of shorts over the last 2 days. So we've got a lot of, powder for a boom over the next couple of days. We are still staying in a high cash stance. I'm still staying high cash, and I'm playing positions. I'm looking to play positions unless I really, really like to play at a half position. We can always modify that next week. But SMH, nice reversal on the SMH today. If we can get a break through 37 tomorrow with strength in the small cap stocks, we could be in store, barring any market-moving news, for a very good move next week and possibly into month end. Also, I believe options expiration is next week. So given that we had a little mini sell-off this week, it might be time to, bend the put holders over and get a nice options-related rally for the first couple of days next week. Let's jump into some stock plays. CYTK, this is a stock we played a few weeks ago. Then they ended up coming out with financing, but we've had a nice consolidation since that financing, and we are on the cusp of a very big breakout. The cancer stock bio momentum that we have been seeing over the last few days is starting to spread out to non-cancer bios. Just look what DSCO, we'll get to that later, has done over the last couple of days. This chart is ripe. These guys have $79 million in cash, $110 million market cap. Very, very nice chart setup. Reminds me a lot of RNN. A break of $1.50, and we could see some serious upside on this stock over the next few days with stops at $1.38. I would be looking to add to this stock on a break of 150, and we really could see some nice action on this one, especially if volume comes in. Speaking of DSCO, this is one we jumped into the chat room yesterday, 219 and 228 on that breakout, and it went boom. My first target was 250. We hit that on the nose. Secondary target is that 200-day moving average up there, 291, $3. The way these biotechs have been moving recently, especially the big movers, they've been typically having 3 to 4 day moves, so we should see this one continue to follow through tomorrow. If you're not in this stock, this would be an intraday play only. I would not suggest getting into this one now. We are sitting on some fat gains that we've already booked, and we're riding a 1/3 position now just to see how high we can get on our remaining shares. Now, all has not been well in biotech. RXII, the turd that it is, we stopped out of this one on the break of 86 cents and just as well hit 75 cents today. You know, devil stocks, ones that are on my ban list, you know, every time I go back into them, I regret it because they always end up making me pay. But at least the lesson here is we adhered to our stops and it saved us a nice little downside move. Would I revisit this one? You know, it want to be a really compelling big up volume move through $1 for me to even consider this piece of crap again. LVLT, our next rule of two play. We teased with the $2 level today. A thin of the $2 mark would be a buy consideration. As I mentioned in the video yesterday, we've got a 245 gap fill back to 2008. This one looks solid for our next rule of two play. I mean, if Sirius, with its bazillion shares outstanding, can do a similar move from $1.80 over a 2-week period, LVLT has exactly the same potential. Looks great here. Already picked up a half position. Would add the remainder of that on a break of 2. Not to beat a dead horse, but NEI, nice consolidation. Frustrating as hell over the last few days. But we're looking at a positive MACD cross. Probably Monday, maybe Tuesday. Stochastics are under 20, which every single time this has happened, we've seen a 20 to 30, 40 cent move on the stock over the next couple of weeks. So I'm thinking this one is about as washed out as you can get on a tech stock. And these are the kind of stocks that we're starting to see bounce big time. I mean, look what OPWV has done over the last couple of days. And they missed on their earnings report. I mean, they warned on their guidance. So, you know, I think the time is right for this one. OPXA, we jumped into this one in the chat room, $1.87. Biotechs are running left and right. This chart looks exactly like DSCO before it took off. The only thing lacking here is volume, so we're a little bit early here. We'll probably get our volume move on a break of 2, which is where I would look to add to the position I have. But, you know, with biotech stocks blowing up left and right, it's hard not to be in some of these laggard stocks because eventually the traders will come and these stocks will go kaboom. So that's it for the video tonight. If you've got any questions, feel free to send me an email. Otherwise, hit me up in the chat room tomorrow. And, you know, we've got a lot of nice setups here. So, you know, we've got a lot of shorts who got caught over the last couple of days. That could be our fuel for the next few days. Oh, quick mention before I forget. Let me pull up MCZ. We had a nice move on MCZ a day ago. Over the last 2 days, it's given it back. And the reason being is most traders are dumb or they don't understand SEC filings. You'll recall that we had financing that tanked the stock a month ago. That filing usually takes a month to become effective. And then the SEC says it's okay and the shares are registered so that the guys who bought the financing can sell it. That press release came out yesterday. So you have a lot of traders going out, and we're selling today going, oh my God, MCZ is going to sell another 8.8 million shares. Dumbasses. No, they're not. They're just registering the same shares that got issued a month ago. There are no new shares. Learn SEC filings. I actually probably need to do a video to teach some of you guys this information. But anyway, that's not the reason I'm talking about this. All of you will recall Microsoft has bought out Skype. Their plan is to put Skype on the Xbox. Who is the big player on the Xbox? MCZ. Who is becoming the exclusive Xbox 360 headset later this year? MCZ. How are you going to use Skype on Xbox? You're probably going to need a headset that you're going to talk into. Connect the dots, guys. This is a great setup for MCZ down the road. One other note, short interest came out yesterday. It's up 300% over the last month. For some reason, shorts have started coming into this stock. We went from 1.4 million shares short to 5.2 million shares short. A lot of dumbass shorts looking to lose some money over the near term. What'll probably take that is a move through $2 on volume, or maybe, some Microsoft news. So just a quick update on MCZ. See you guys tomorrow. Good night.